If you ain't know, I'm really not the one to be fucked with. I can jump on the track and yo, I'm strapped. Take it back to the back, oh hell of that post up. With the sad play, car pull up. If not, make a move me to somewhere else. And in real life, that's fast right there. Got bitches on deck, real niggas no swell.
Yeah, what's up out there to any and everybody listening? This is The Loyal Shooter back again with another music review. Today we are reviewing the BANGOUT 2, which is the newest project by artist out of Columbia, South Carolina by the name of Bang Bang. We will be leaving the link in the description to this project that was just released on January the 1st to start the year. And we'll go ahead and jump off into this. Bang Bang is his name, and this is called the BANGOUT 2. So we'll start with the cover. The cover has Bang Bang in front of what appears to be a chaotic city background. There's tanks firing off behind him. Seems to be in front of a glass because there's bullet holes, about 4 bullet holes, as if, you know, he was shot at or it was shot at. You also see a silhouette of him in the sky. So, pretty a lot of shit going on basically in this background of this cover art. So it kind of sets the tone of maybe what to expect going into it. You know, a street nigga with some street nigga shit going on. So that's kind of where I went in expecting. I didn't have the pleasure of listening to Bang Bang's music prior to this. So this is actually going to be the first listen of this artist in its entirety. I've heard him before listening to a mixtape by people on his label, which is Background Music Group. I was listening to, I've heard him on Sir Tuck's album, Motivated and Ready, and also his label mate Jock Hustle's album, but never really listened to his first project, which I assume is the BANGOUT 1. One thing to note about this cover art before we get into the actual review of the songs is that the cover art does not seem to feature the artist's name. And as I wasn't as familiar with the artist, I actually had to do a little research to find out whether his name was Bang or Bang Bang. It's actually Bang Bang, but that's something to note. That the cover art does not feature his name at all. It just says Background Music Group presents BANGOUT 2. So we'll go ahead and get into the intro track, which is the first track. It's a really solid way to introduce the tape. Coming in as a first time listener, it was refreshing to hear his flow. He has a unique flow on this first track, and as I go throughout the tape, I'm hearing more of that, but he has a real unique flow. It's a different flow than what I'm used to hearing from the new age artists of today, who's real super sing-songy or real Migos choppy. And it's none of that. He has a decent little kind of a drawl to him, real South Carolina-esque. It sounds good with a little hint of auto-tune on that intro track. It's just called The Intro. He shows a little bit of punchline ability because he says a little line about cheat codes and Grand Theft Auto. So it gives me something to look forward to as a fan of lyrics. Hearing that line, get a few punches on this tape like that, it'll definitely suffice for a nigga that likes that type of rap. So yeah, I'm really impressed with the way that the intro ended. I really like this introduction. It's an intro can make or break a mixtape's impression for me. You know what I'm saying? An introduction has to give you something to look forward to. It has to feel like an introduction. It has to feel like you're getting started to go on a journey with this artist. A lot of artists just, do some little bullshit for the intro, or they find a clip and just put it in there, or they just put a first song on there and call it a project when really it's, it doesn't really introduce it. So I'm really impressed with this particular intro. The next track is called Nightmares. Now I was expecting the follow-up track from the intro to be a little bit more up-tempo and full of energy. I can tell that this particular track is not going to be that. Just from the way the song comes on, it actually sounds like it was originally supposed to be the first song on this tape. It would have worked as the first song from the way that it comes on. Also, from what he says when it comes on, it sounds like an intro track. The song is good. The hook part is my favorite on Nightmares because the bang bang croons over the hook in the type of voice that you would expect to hear if you were actually in a nightmare. It works very well over the beat dropping out during the hook. I don't really have much to say about the second verse. First verse is solid. The second verse, I really didn't like it as much. The song ends like an intro song too. So at this point, I'm convinced that this song Nightmares was supposed to originally be the first song. 9 tracks on the overall whole mixtape. The first 2 are definitely intro tracks, but they're not horrible. They're just 2 intro tracks. Second song is VVS. I said this a second ago, but it's very, very refreshing to hear this type of flow. It's completely different than anything that you're hearing out here from all these rap niggas that you be listening to. He doesn't sound like Bang Bang is copying anybody. He has his own flow. And I like that shit about him as an artist. Now that I'm, getting to know him through his music. I would assume the flow is hit or miss though, for some people at some points, cause I really like it. But while I was listening to this VVS song, my girl told me to turn it off cause it sounded like he was whining too much. But it's a solid track for me. I like it. It's real smooth. He talks about shining and grinding like VVS's. I like it. Next song is going to be called Suspenseful. Now, I've heard this song before. It's been out for about 2 years. There's a video for it shot by YPC Nay. I'll include the video in the link in the description. I really like this one. The beat slaps. He speeds up and slows down his flow a little bit. Rapping braggadocio shit with no hook. This song is definitely on go. I'll put the link in the description for this one, man. It's definitely a good listen. Next song is called Sacrifice. Now, halfway into this song, it became my favorite track on the album. The hook is very, very well delivered. He's doing an amazing job of telling the story of his life and how it has molded him into the man on a mission that he is to provide for his daughter. The beat fits the mood. I mean, this one is definitely going to go on my playlist because I like this one. Successful. Now the next song is called I Need It. It's a repetitive hook. It's kind of catchy. The content's about getting money and grinding and stacking. I would say that this is a filler song. It's not horrible, but it's really, really not needed. I mean, it's not bad, but I mean, it's just nothing spectacular about this song to me. It's just on here. Now we move on to Hot Sauce. Now I really, really, really love this song. After I Need It went off, Hot Sauce came on and became my favorite song on the album or mixtape, whatever this is. It slowly creeps on and Bang weaves through this beat like a slithering snake through tall grass. He has crisp delivery, interchanging his flows effortlessly. Jock Hustle lends a real hard hitting verse. Both of these guys sound in their pockets on this one. Jock really showed his skills too. He was spitting bars and punches throughout his whole verse. Bang killed the hook. Jock sprinkling his ad libs in the back. Absolutely love this song, Hot Sauce. The last track is called In God We Trust. It's a very decent closer track to the tape. It's beautifully delivered, nicely mixed, spitting more street braggadocio. I think he could have written a bridge for those parts when the beat dropped out instead of just talking for 4 bars before the hook came in, but it's still a good overall song to finish the tape solid. So, I mean, all in all, I mean, that's it. It's nine tracks. It's not that long. Plays for about, I'd say about 30, 45, 40 minutes. Very, very solid tape to start the year off from the Background Music Group. You got about 2 intro tracks. Both of them are decent, but one of them's, I feel like he should have went with just intro, and Nightmares wasn't as needed, but Nightmares is good, so I understand why he put it on there. But overall, man, it goes good. There's a really, really good run from Suspenseful, Sacrifice, Successful. That 3-song run is where the heart of this is gonna this mixtape is, because you really get to learn the artist through those 3 songs. My favorite track is gonna have to be Hot Sauce, just because of the way that Bang sounds on this track, his flow, his delivery, the beat itself, and also my guy Jock Hustle lending his verse. I would say my least favorite is probably gonna be I Need It, just because I feel like it's a filler song and it doesn't really add anything to it. Like I said, I would keep both of those intro. If I had to take one song off, it wouldn't even be one of those first 2 intro songs. It would be I Need It. But I Need It does not hurt the tape at all. It's just not needed for me. But yeah, go pick it up, man, or check it out. It's on Spinrilla right now. I'm not sure what other platforms he has it on, but I will include the Spinrilla link in the description. And I will also include a link to the music video that he has out for Suspense, it may be called. I will include that in the description as well. But get in the comment section, leave a comment, tell me what you like, what you don't like, any review you want me to do next. This is The Loyal Shooter. I'll catch you on the next one.